The chair of our CDC board, is he here?
Yes, sir.
Come down, my friend. While he's on the way, let me simply say I want to thank Reverend Devin Martin. He has influence in good places. And he arranged for me to address the Prince George's County Council on, what day was it, Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday, so many days, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I am pleased to announce that the 2nd Episcopal District received from Prince George's County, our CDC, a grant for $4.2 million. I want to thank Prince George's County, and I have great confidence that our CDC, all of this leadership here, is going to do a great job, and they express their appreciation to the 2nd District for what we've already done to help those who are hungry, those who are homeless, to meet the needs of the less fortunate. And we want to continue that. And we do well with this, they're going to give us some more. And so I just want us to do great things in the Lord's name. Amen. I wanted to thank this distinguished erudite brother who served as the chair. I want to thank the members of the board. And we're going to now hear their report. Go on, talk like a prophet.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. So glad to be with you one more time. We're going to run through a quick report because we have committed ourselves to making sure that there's transparency in everything we do, and also to ensure that you know what's coming, because we're going to need all of your help. I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can because my voice is also challenged today. So this is the report to the Midwinter Conference for the second District Community Development Corporation. When we started out in 2018, came together, formed this organization. The first major act we did was to come together as a 2nd District to raise funds and to search and identify a property that we could acquire, that we would be able to generate revenues that would help to offset the assessments of our local churches. And that building we renamed to the Valerie Faith Gary Bell Building from its original name, which was John Hanson Building, because we wanted it to represent who we are and the services we deliver. We paid off the mortgage on that building, as you recall, together in 2023. And so 2024 represents the first year of operation without a mortgage. So if we could move the slide deck to the 4th slide, because I'm already there. This is the operating statement for unaudited audited, of course. Our auditor, Sister Cynthia Floyd, shows us generating $506,000 in rents in 2024. This is the largest number we've done so far. And it represents the fact that we've begun to overcome the issues of the kinds of tenants. We've become very intentional. We have a real estate committee made up of several persons who are standing here, and they've become very intentional of making sure that we're not just going to move anybody into this building. We'd rather not have them as a tenant than to move them in and struggle with it before, because we've had to deal with that. So with that, they were able to generate $506,000 worth of rent. Those rents, based on that, generating a net operating income of $142,000 last year. Now in comparison, the year before, that net operating income was just about $100,000. So you can see the growth that is happening in terms of the monies we're generating. And not only that, we can tell you, and we're glad to be able to do, was that we were able to not only complete work on all of our HVAC systems, upgrade all of them in the building, but also wrote a check, as we had promised, to the 2nd Episcopal District for $75,000 in 2024. And that was our largest check that we had written to it also. So we are continuing to grow in terms of where we said we would go. So we'll skip a couple slides and go to the next two. There you go. Our financial position then at December 31st shows you that we have, excuse me, we have no debt. We have an asset on the balance sheet that's over $3.2 million, but much closer value at $3.5 million. So that's what we own and have. And when we went to the Prince George's County Council, the first thing we made very clear to them is we're not coming seeking money to help us survive. We're a viable entity. Fully viable. And we can operate accordingly. And you will benefit actually by giving us the grant that you did. When you go on to the next slide, let me give you some updates on our property. As I said, we have 17 suites, 15 occupied. We spent $65,000 in terms of replacement of HVAC, $75,000 sent to the SED. And we have already planned for 2025 to spend another $75,000, because now we're at the point we're ready to replace the roof on the building, and at that point we will have really upgraded the building the way we had intended to. We're working on the Bishop's Suite in our building. We're excited about the Bishop's office coming to be in our building, and that work is ongoing. We are projecting to be able to move the Bishop into his suite just about April. I was going to show you the layout and design, but I figured we'll keep that until you all visit the Bishop. All right? The next slide shows you some information on our community impact program. This actually is what has gotten us to where we are with Prince George's County. By working with a couple of the council members who had provided us some smaller grants in the past, we were able to begin to serve communities in Prince George's County. We started running rental assistance programs, utility assistance programs, and the like. We have scheduled financial literacy classes in apartment buildings, doing the kind of community work that church should be doing and said we would do. And that's where we focus, delivering services to the people. And because of that work that we've been doing, we were now able to go in front of the council to argue that we can make the move to really manage a much larger program. There were obviously persons who did not fully agree with that idea, but by having a very strong presence, we were able to do so. On the next slide, you see some pictures, quick little pictures that we demonstrate. This is some of the stuff we have done in 2024. We handed out we did a turkey giveaway at 4 different senior housing communities last year, giving out over 300 turkeys. All right? But we just didn't give them turkeys. We gave them a grocery bag in addition. All right? So we wanted to make sure the people not just stood there and looked at a turkey and had nothing else to eat with it. You with me? So we did that. As I said, we did rental assistance programs and the like. Christmas toys, we're doing a leadership program. That's the work that your CDC is already doing. You got me? And so, with that, we went on Tuesday, the next slide. On Tuesday, we went to the Prince George's County Council for the hearing over whether or not a spending plan would be approved, where we, the CDC, would get a grant that, let me give you a sense of what we now have. Firstly, the grant is large, is large enough that we have more money than some county agencies got for their budget. Did you get that? We've been entrusted with monies that exceed what some agencies have in their budget. Okay? We have been charged as a result to deliver all of the services that are being required for this money in 1 year. So this is not spending that stretches. This is what we must do for 1 year. And the approved plan covers 3 years. So if we can execute, well, not if, when we execute, we'll position ourselves to get the similar amount for next year and another year. Are you capturing what I'm telling you? All right? Collectively, that's just under $13 million. That's what we got. And as I was traveling with my brother Clarence and we were talking about this, we're talking about turning over and spending over $300,000 on a monthly basis. We must build infrastructure, hire people, define a program, and deliver to those seniors in this community on a timely basis with excellence. And we're going to need all of your help. Every expertise that exists in this room that can help us stand up this program is where we are. Because when you ask, what should we copy? The answer was nothing. You build it from scratch. How should we transport the people? You figure it out. Who should we hire? The best. In other words, the answers were such that we weren't given a roadmap. We are to create that roadmap. Are you with me? So we're going to need your prayers. We're going to need you to be able to stand with us as we move forward in this venture. Now, I am thankful. Next slide. I am thankful because this board that we have, the board we have serving is a board of excellence. We have people who have committed themselves, demonstrated themselves as experts in their individual fields, and they, when we get together and meet at our meetings, and our demand is such that necessarily we meet very often. I'm not sure that when they first came on the board, they had realized that this is what they were committing themselves to, right? But we are functional. We are people who are committing our minds and our hearts to doing ministry at another level. And I just want you to really show your appreciation for this CDC board. So Bishop, with that said, we look forward to sitting with you as we begin to map out where we go and as we move forward even further in being very representative of our second district. My final thought is, as I've said before, what we have been able to achieve in Prince George's County, we're willing to duplicate elsewhere. So wherever you are, where you're serving, and when you look at your community and the needs, remember that the resume that the CDC is now built is yours to be used for applying and going after grants in your local community. Don't get caught up with the size when you start. We didn't start at $4,250,000. All right? That's not where we started. But this is where the Lord has opened the door. God bless you all.
Brothers and sisters, I really want to thank our CDC for the wonderful job they have done and are doing. And let me be clear, this is what they did prior to my arrival. I want to thank them for the path they have already prepared. And now it's up to us to work with them to see if we can carry this forward. I want to especially thank the chair for the outstanding job that he did. Cooperative board, which I look forward to working with. Let me also say that around April, I suspect the district office will be moving. Part of that is because we're not sure what the future of 1134 11th Street looks like. Every time I go to a meeting, I hear it comes up and developers coming up in the same sentence. And they haven't said anything to me. And I hate for them to come showing up one day to start tearing whatever they do to the building, and I don't have no place to go. So I'm out of a place to go. I don't look good on the corner. see my spot? Want a nice spot? You keep telling me it's gonna be nice. If it ain't nice, I'm gonna see if I can move the orange man out of his office. See what I can do. All right, give them a hand. Thank you.